1 year ago, I promised to put quality jobs at the heart of Europe's competitiveness, and today we are delivering. We are not just presenting a roadmap. With the launch of the first phase consultation of social partners, we are formally starting the process that would lead to a legislative proposal, the Quality Jobs Act. This was a central pledge of this Commission, and it was reaffirmed by the President in the State of the Union speech. Over the past year, wherever I've travelled, speaking with employers, employees, with national authorities, I've received a strong message that Europe needs a strong agenda for quality jobs. We listened, and today we act with a roadmap that is grounded in truly extensive consultation with our social partners, European level, national level, and also providing a clear path towards legislation. Now, I would emphasize the 3 pillars of the roadmap. First pillar is about creating and maintaining jobs in Europe. The second is about modernizing our work as it is. And the third is about safety nets and the fairness of work. If we want to increase productivity, if we want to attract and to retain talent, if we want to support innovation, quality jobs are the answer. The Draghi report made a clear connection between competitiveness and quality jobs. And so how do we create, how do we maintain quality jobs? I would give a few examples that are highlighted in the roadmap and in our work the year that is ending now and will be highlighted in our future work as well. First, I emphasize investment in skills. This has been a clear focus of my action during the first year of my mandate. We launched the Union of Skills. Currently, we're piloting the European Skills Guarantee for workers in the sectors that are in transition, and the pilot is dedicated to a specific industry, to automotive and the supply chain. So this is one element that I need to emphasize. Second, and the roadmap shows this as well, we need a strong industrial base. We need a regulatory environment that is able to support innovation. This has been clearly a priority of that Commission, and I uphold that priority as well. Also, looking ahead, it's important to have the right incentives for companies that invest in people and create quality jobs, from modernized state aid rules to social conditionality in public procurement. Social conditionalities can help reward companies that invest and value people, that invest in people and that value people, not just the price. So they can give European employers a fairer playing field against competitors who cut corners. And on this topic, I already work very closely with Executive Vice President Séjourné. Referring to the second pillar, which attracts a lot of attention, how we modernize the world of work and the future of work, but it's the present of work if you ask me. Here it is about technologies and how they affect our workplaces and how they help and how we have to look at this important topic. Algorithmic management, artificial intelligence, they are more and more part of everyday working life and of almost every type of job. And of course we cannot afford to be stuck in time. We need to embrace innovation, but while embracing innovation in Europe, that will never mean abandoning safeguards. On the contrary, we need transparency, we need to create trust, to build trust, and we need clear rules so that new technologies become a win-win for both companies and for workers alike. And this is how we can make innovation strengthen our competitiveness, but also the quality of jobs in Europe. And this is a topic where I work closely with my colleague, Executive Vice President Virkkunen, working with her on digital skills as well, but wanting to mention it in this point. Third, about the third pillar of the quality jobs roadmap, safety nets, fair work, I would highlight a number of elements, 3 elements that are, I think, important. First, about health and safety in the workplace. Though Europe sets standards, high standards on health and safety in the workplace, still too many Europeans suffer preventable deaths, preventable injuries, and illnesses at work. So modern workplaces really need modern protections. We must update our rules accordingly. The evidence is clear. Every euro that we invest in safer workplaces pays off twice in productivity, longer working lives, and lower absenteeism. Second, and this is a very important topic, protection against exploitation due to work. Exploitation and jobs should never be in the same sentence, and never in the same reality of a person, and never in any type of reality if we talk about abuse and social dumping. So whether in long subcontracting chains on the posting of third country nationals in sectors that we might give the example of transport or construction, when we see these sectors that face serious challenges, we really need to think how we approach these topics. I visited construction sites in member states. I visited truck parking lots, and I've spoken with truck drivers on European motorways. We need to see how to support them as well. So we will look into stronger enforcement, more transparency, and systems of liability for employers, because long subcontracting chains must not weaken, diminish, or eliminate our European social standards in any sector for any type of worker. Third, it is also about adequate wages, and fair pay is the element that protects purchasing power, is the element that is able to reduce inequality, is what makes work genuinely attractive. So I'm happy that on the 11th of November, the European Court of Justice confirmed the validity of the Minimum Wage Directive. Thanks to this directive, countries that introduced statutory minimum wages have seen real wage rise by up to 10%. We will now make sure that this directive is implemented in all member states, because we believe that this tool shows that EU legislation delivers very concretely for the people. The roadmap has also a number of horizontal enablers, I would say. We first refer to enforcement, to better data, to better oversight, to ensure that workers' rights translate into real protections. We will also look into strengthening monitoring, guidance, cooperation with national authorities and EU agencies, as well as new tools to make labour inspections more effective. Then, this horizontal enabler section refers strongly to social dialogue and collective bargaining as an essential part of Europe's model of quality jobs and strong competitiveness. And I cannot emphasise enough how important it is that we continue to boost and to promote collective bargaining across Europe. It is important. Why? Because when we look at the recent evolutions, collective bargaining coverage has decreased in 2/3 of member states. And this trend really needs to be reversed if we look at the challenges that lie ahead of us. Finally, among the enablers, I would not want to not mention the EU funding, the budget. It is important, thanks to instruments like the European Social Fund Plus, like InvestEU, like the Recovery and Resilience Facility, like regional funds in cohesion policy. Member states are already investing in skills and quality jobs. Too fragmented, if you ask me, but I'm not going now into details. Looking ahead at the future tools that we propose, the national and regional partnership plans, we will streamline our efforts, we will simplify the investment pathways, but we also secured a minimum of 14% of social spending, pure investment in people, as we say, not in infrastructure, but in people, which is dedicated to supporting also objectives such as skilling, upskilling, reskilling of workers, or supporting better employment. To conclude, the European social model is our jewel in the European Union. It attracts people to Europe, it makes Europe more resilient, it contributes to Europe's social fibre, and it underpins both social fairness and competitiveness. And this roadmap and the Future Quality Jobs Act are about protecting and renewing our European social model in the same time. So I invite all workers, all companies to contribute to the formal phase of the process through the social partners. Ownership from everyone will be essential to design a Quality Jobs Act that truly works for both companies and workers. Thank you, and looking forward for the questions.
Thank you very much, Vice President. And as we invite the stakeholders to have their say, we also invite you to discuss this proposal. So it's time for your questions.